So what is the kind of crypto fund ecosystem like? It sounds quite cutthroat.
It's interesting. I feel like crypto has a very kind of friendly community vibe in a lot of ways. You know, there's different sectors to that. So I'll caveat that there are the crypto maxis, which are almost like anarchist-like, where they're like, oh yeah, you know, this is the future, and you know, government money is so bad and terrible, and you know, you can hide your wealth here, and you know, you go too far down that route and that's dangerous. But then there's the people who are like, hey, this is about us supporting each other and us finding a more sustainable way of living. And you know government entities and fiat has its purpose, but it also has its shortcomings, and maybe we can help move past those shortcomings with this. And so that whole mentality really spreads to the sector. And so, you know, we've talked to hundreds of funds, and most of them are very supportive and very helpful. And even people in the same sector that are, you know, competitors with each other can talk and strategize. So, you know, for me personally, I talk to several other fund to funds on a regular basis. We share who we think are good funds in the space, what we're seeing at what the trends are, even where we see the market going, which is some of what, you know, I would say might be our distinct alpha over others. And then we see that other funds in the space can do some of those similar things. You know, VC funds share deals all the time. It's hard to, we were looking at VC funds as an example, and it was hard to differentiate between some of them because they had so many shared deals. So we're like, hey, you know, if you pick half these, we're picking the same thing as the other, you know, as that 50%, you know, so finding the distinction there was hard. And then, you know, a lot of these people are sharing the same programmers or help on, you know, what to build on. So I think it was about a year and a half ago, I do some personal angel investing, looking at some of the deals, everyone saying, oh, build on Solana, and then you can, you know, transfer it over to Ethereum, and then you get your product up quickly. And then you can also meet different developers and future work staff. So it was interesting to see everyone in the space kind of sharing a lot of their information. I think the few people who don't are the traders in the space, which that, you know, that makes sense. That is more of a cutthroat, you know, some person's winning, some person's losing the trade, generally speaking. So I see that, but as a whole, the space is very collaborative.